I recently last year got into the housing portion, and that housing portion is because of those financial constraints that veterans have, but they do like to live together. They are each other's support system. That is where my real estate role plays, or that comes into play. And my ultimate goal is to create a safe place and community for veterans where it will house 200 plus veterans starting off with a VAUC clinic um, within that land and that development, and some sort of store for them to go and get their daily necessities where they don't have to just go off of campus. It's kind of their own thing. It's like their own university.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Real Estate Pros Podcast. I'm your host, Scott Bursey. Today, in the studio, we're joined by a person I've really been eager to chat with, Nicole Jenkins, who is a big player in the real estate space. She has dedicated her career to providing high-quality, affordable health care specifically tailored for those who served. Nicole, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Scott.
Oh, it is our sincere pleasure. And Nicole, please give us the backstory. How did your career begin, and what are you focused on today?
My healthcare career began, this is my 29th year in healthcare. My career with veteran healthcare began 12 years ago. And I couldn't love it more. You know, I've worked on the civilian side for so many years, but I feel as if veterans, they just do not get the compassionate from policymakers, from uh, officials. I think the VA. I can say that VA employees do have compassionate fatigue. I was once a VA employee, and we love our veterans. But I feel as if they just don't get what they deserve. They were promised a hope and a dream, and they gave their lives away to fulfill that. And when they've come home. It hasn't been what they feel they deserve. And me, myself, as a healthcare worker, business owner, um, I don't feel they get what they were promised. A lot of them they exit young. They come home with conditions that they can never, ever, really heal from back pain to neck pain to head injuries, traumatic brain injuries. How can you heal from that? They can't stand longer than an hour or two, and yet they fight for their benefits. They fight to get help. The shell shock, the war, just, all of that. It plays a part in serving the veterans. And, when I open up my doors, my day-to-day operation, it reminds me of what America, we fight for so many things, but I always say I never see a huge line of people everywhere, flooding the streets, flooding in front of the White House. I never see them fighting for the benefits of veterans. So I'm on a mission to start a veteran benefit bill. That's my next life. That's what I'm trying to transition into. Right now, I am looking for a director of operations for me to take over my role. And I will see, the backstory, the operations in the back end. But I am looking for a director because I want to get more into the role of helping veterans obtain their benefits so they can have a somewhat quality way of life to live. My
Your
clinic does not turn a veteran away. It is
mm,
100% whether you are eligible or non-eligible. Any veteran can walk through my door. And I've started a nonprofit side. So
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
I do peer groups. I feed veterans on Thursdays. And this is my mission. I recently last year got into the housing portion. And that housing portion is because of those financial constraints that veterans have, but they do like to live together. They are each other's support system. That is where my real estate role plays, or that comes into play. And my ultimate goal is to create a safe place and community for veterans where it will house 200 plus veterans starting off with a VAUC clinic um, within that land and that development, and some sort of store for them to go and get their daily necessities where they don't have to just go off of um, campus. It's kind of their own thing. It's like their own university.
what a great, worthwhile cause. That is outstanding. Nicole, what caught my attention about you was the way you've been able to take the complex world of urgent care and
Mhm.
simplify it into a service that truly honors and understands the specific needs of our veterans. Curious,
Yes.
was there a specific patient that made you realize Veterans Advantage absolutely had to exist?
Yes. So while working at the Atlanta VA Medical Center, I used to call and get authorizations. I remember one time I called a lady for her community care authorization, and she told me that she had cancer. And that was a game changer for me. She said, I've been trying to get in touch with the VA. I have an expensive bill and I have cancer, but I had to get it done because I knew something was wrong. And at that, and I knew because I worked my butt off. I took pride in my job as well as the other veteran employees that worked with me, my team. I knew that something had to be done and the VA needed help. And that really is the spark that made me want to push and open up these clinics. So what I did is I took the specialties that I knew that they were just specialties where veterans could not get into the doctor to see them, whether it be a outpatient clinic for the VA, the big VA hospitals. It was just a backlog. So I took those specialties and I also took the mental health component and I added more love into it versus more pharma. So my clinic is very unique. And when you say, is there a threat? I really don't feel threatened from the aspect of community and operations because I know that I have that compassion. And whether someone tries to open up another clinic like mine or not, I'm saying go for it. But what I do know that they're not me. They're not Nicole. They don't have that Every patient that walks through my door, I know them by name. Um, my patients feel a sense of compassion and urgency with both me and my team. I have a great front office, manager, Shay. I mean, when she's not there, our veterans, as well as we love them, they love us. So if she's not there, even if I'm at the front, they will say, "Where is she at? How is she? Tell her we miss her." So that says a lot. That says a lot about the team that I'm building to take care of our heroes. So no, I don't feel threatened, and that is my spark.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Those human connections that you described, it must feel rewarding for you as well. Could you expand on that a little bit?
It's the most gratifying thing all my years in healthcare that I've done. It is very gratifying, and it's rewarding. It's full of purpose. It's I have stepped back from the day-to-day operations of what's going on in America. And I always tell my staff, I cannot fight a war for other people if we cannot fight for our veterans.
Commend you for your efforts and your passion. Nicole, if you could change one thing about how the broader medical community treats our heroes, what would it be?
It would be to listen, to research, to stop pushing pharma. I have the patients that come to me, I've literally had patients say, because of you, I am stopping this trend of what I'm doing. I'm stopping the alcohol. I'm stopping the drugs. They need love. They need speaking to. They need compassion. And I think they get such a bad stigma that if you live next to them, the word C begins with the C and ends with the Y. I don't use, because that's not a word that exists in my book when it comes to veterans. That I use love with them. For the first time ever, most of my community, the veterans that I serve, I have a broad uh, background of veterans. Some are high end, the financials are there, and most of them are very low end. However, they're learning. I'm teaching on Thursdays. We do art. We won a contest. We do chess now. We play chess. And I'm teaching them a different way of life where you don't have to really depend on that combat cocktail. How do I approach you from a more holistic approach, which is why I offer acupuncture in my clinic.
Excellent breakdown. And if you would walk us through how you would describe the culture you built at your clinics.
I have built a culture of as I said, holistic approach culture. I have built a culture of when you first walk through the door, a day for me and a day for the team is we always have fresh fruits. We usually have bananas and little tangerines. There are flowers everywhere. We have plants, and there's always some really good jazz music playing on our big screen.
Absolutely. That's awesome.
We don't watch the news. We have a back workout room, which is we have two waiting rooms. So if you just want quiet and you just want to listen to the music, we have patients that do that when they first walk in. Or you can just go to the back and you can go work out. Some of them get on the treadmill, just whatever. And my culture is a very clear and clean atmosphere. My exam rooms, they don't look like exam rooms. They look like suites. So we have very comfy chairs. It looks like we have great providers with good bedside manner. So Dr. Q might be back there 40 minutes with a patient. However, I only My providers are only allocated to see 15 to 20 patients versus in a normal chiro clinic is 40. Everything is slashed in half. It is not a clinic where you come to and you're sitting in the waiting room forever. It's a gathering place, and that's what Veterans Advantage Urgent Care is.
Nicole, in your eyes, what is the biggest gap in veteran healthcare that most people aren't talking about?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
I think the biggest gap is the non-willingness to listen to the patient itself, um, and understanding that the patients, I feel in healthcare, when you speak to veterans, the topics that you hear is they have pain, they have headaches, they have addiction, they're unhoused. They talk about their benefits. Those are the five that I hear the most since I've been in the veteran world. But as providers and as civil servants of veterans and those that work with veterans, we don't listen to them enough because these problems can be fixed. They can't be eradicated within a year or two. It's going to take years, 10 plus. However, they can be fixed. These are things that we can fix if we begin to listen to them. Because if you listen to them, we can change the entire veteran as a whole, such as when veterans walk through the door as a community care provider, they have foot pain. A lot of them that we know that they've been in the Army and they say, my feet hurt so bad because they were carrying the barrels and they were carrying the bags. And my medical director, Dr. Walker, says immediately when that chiropractor says, hey, Dr. Walker, they have foot pain and they're triaged, we ask, were they in the Army? We get their mineral labs. We want to make sure that everything is okay with them. Because magnesium, it could be something as simple as low magnesium because of foot pain.
Your
So
proactive ap-
it's
your proactive
yes,
approach,
and
I
we are
must
not.
say, is inspiring. But please continue. But I did have to interject. That is just
Thank
uplifting.
you.
The way that you approach things in a productive manner, Nicole.
Yes.
Thank you.
And you have to. And so as a veteran healthcare worker, because just because I am the owner of the clinic, that does not mean that I am still not a healthcare worker. Most of the time I'm in my scrubs. I am a healthcare worker. I will give an injection just like I was working for the big hospital, just as if someone was paying me a check. So when they come in, the proactive approach, another example, we're on a whole veteran health initiative. So when veterans come in and they have this high blood pressure, they have these dizzinesses, these fainting spells, and just whatever's going on with them, high cholesterol. I asked them, when was the last time you went to your primary care doctor at the VA or a primary care period? And when was the last time you got your labs ran? Most of them said, oh, I haven't been in 3 years. Well, that's a problem. So VAUC is a friend to the VA, and we take the proactive approach where we will be their friend and we run all of the labs and we can give that to the patient and they could take it back to their primary care to get their medicine adjusted. Or if they need medication, our doctor will start them on the first 90 days and they go to their VA doctor. But those strengths and that we build with the VA, that matters and it helps the veteran as a whole and more primary care providers and more VA community care providers. I think that we should strengthen our relationship with Department of Veteran Affairs to help the veteran as a whole.
Yes, and I'm with you. I couldn't agree more. Nicole, what's the one piece of advice that you wish you had known when you were first starting out, perhaps?
The one piece of advice that I wish I have known was don't get a partner unless the contract is 100% correct on paper. Do not put everything in your name. Make sure the legalities are, it's going to cover you. Because when I first started out, I had to close my brand new facilitated clinic within 2.5 years. And I was left with everything, every bill, I just was left. It was detrimental to me because this was my dream. And this was not only my dream that I of owning a business, it was something that I deeply cared about. It was PTSD in my household as a young girl, alcoholism in my very own household as a young girl. So this is something that I wanted to eradicate and fix. So as a business owner, whether it be healthcare, whatever it may be, make sure that those four corners of that paper, that it covers you. Most of your money the first 5 years should be spent on attorney. You should always have an attorney. You're not going to be able to spend the way that you want to spend. The new cars and the new houses, everything financially has to match. And you might struggle for a minute. You might not even get paid. This is my first year paying myself, believe it or not, because I had to recoup everything. And my vision from home ownership and real estate was much more higher and seems seemed much better to me with the return on investment, along with helping the population that I serve than me getting a paycheck. So you have to weigh out the pros and cons and what makes sense as a business owner.
Very good advice. Very good. All right, before we wrap,
Thank
if
you.
someone wanted to reach out, connect with you, maybe collaborate or learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach you, Nicole?
And they can send a message in as in Nancy dot Jenkins, Jenkins, at V as in veteran, as in apple, U as in umpire, C as in cat.org. They can go on our website, www.vauc.org. I am looking to open up clinics around the U.S. I'm looking to develop. So if anyone is interested, I just got an offer. To help me scale and open up clinics, but I would love to take a chiropractor's office, a podiatry office, a medicine office. Maybe you're not doing as well as you thought you were. I can help you take that office and turn it into a Veterans Advantage urgent care. But my goal is to help veterans all over the U.S. If you have real estate and you want to learn how to do something with that, with the HUD program, HUD Bash, and veteran program, Build Your Own. I am into development. That is my next stage of life.
Awesome. Huge thanks to Nicole for being so transparent on such an important subject. It was just outstanding
Thank
having you
you.
on the show, Nicole.
Thank you.
And for everyone tuning in, if you found value in today's episode, please make sure you're subscribed. Until next time, keep your standards high and your vision clear. We'll see you in the next episode, everyone.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.